Yeah, welcome to yet another episode of Mr. Vamos Dissects. We're back into the footballing season, and it's really nice to be on set week in, week out talking about football. Well, for those of you that are new on the channel, we talk about sport here. Major sport we're looking into is football. So this weekend, the assignment will be very simple. We have two big games in England, and then we're going to give you guys, I think, maybe 4 or 5 predictions from across all the leagues. So the two games in the Premier League that we'll be talking about this weekend, we'll be talking about Brighton taking on Man United and Arsenal taking on Aston Villa. Yeah, for those of you that are new on the channel, again, please don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, share. Well, tell a friend to tell a friend that, yeah, Mr. Vamos is cooking something on these streets, yeah? So straight into the mix. Man United takes on Brighton in what will be a very interesting test for Man United. Well, they managed to beat Fulham the last time out. Of course, Joshua Zirkzee scoring a goal on his debut, of course, coming off the bench to score that beautiful goal. And then Brighton, on the other hand, managed to beat Everton. Well, I think Everton this season might be down in the drop. Well, I don't want to write them off very quickly, but I don't really see if they're going to really manage to keep it in the Premier League. Brighton, Man United, these have been fixtures that have been interesting to watch over the past 3 seasons. Of course, De Zerbi left Brighton for Marseille, but he'd managed to raise and bring together a band of players that were able to beat Man United over the past few seasons. Of course, the main man has now made a trip to Borussia Dortmund. Pascal Gross, that's one of the guys that was affecting Man United a lot. Last time they played, he left Lisandro Martinez for dead. I think very many of you can remember that. And now the new coach, of course, he has Danny Welbeck leading the front line, and he'll be very happy to welcome back a Mitoma who was like a masters and all those things in dribbling and all that. Well, for me, the only bad thing in here is because maybe an Aaron Wan-Bissaka that was supposed to take him back to his master's school is not a Man United player anymore. So maybe it will be headache for Diego Dalot. We'll wait to see who Ten Hag plays on the left and the right. Because, of course, there's a Mazraoui that had an impressive debut the last time out. So, of course, this new coach has brought in two new guys from Feyenoord. There's the kid that's playing behind the strikers, and then there's also the kid that's playing in the middle there. So these are two interesting kids that are going to be maybe pulling the strings for them. Man United, like I said, this is the new Ineos movement, and something tells me that this just might be the season. I've said this for the second week. Well, of course, the game against Fulham wasn't as convincing as such, but well, Man United showed that they'd probably play a lot of sports. They were good on the press, they were good on the attack. Of course, they were not finishing right, but it looked like they were really cooking something. Maguire, stalwart of a performance inside there, managed to get some minutes in the tank and rest it out in there. Mason Mount had an impressive cameo, I think. Although I think the coach is still rigid on the tactics, and playing without a striker is something that would really cost the team. Yeah. So, but when Man United face Brighton, this is a new coach in the league, the Brighton coach, and then Ten Hag, of course, is trying to get back all the Man United faithfuls supporting their team. Of course, the last time he spoke to Roy Keane said, "We're waiting for you the next weekend to see what the result is." Brighton off the back of a 3-0 win against Everton. Man United off the back of a 1-0 win against Fulham. A hard-fought 1-0 win will be an interesting tie. And of course, early kickoffs are not usually nice games for Man United. But let me straight into the results. I think this game is going to be a beautiful game to watch, first of all. And then these two sides are going to go head to head. They're going to attack on either fronts of the pitch, yeah? But I think this game has, I think we expect to have at least two goals in this game. But if it were up to me, I think Man United takes this one away for me. The reason why I think Man United takes this one away for me is because I don't think this new Brighton coach is going to keep up with the heat and the pressure of coming off the back of a win and facing a Man United that is now resurgent. Yeah. So keep your eyes locked on that one. Then Arsenal, Aston Villa. Well, I'd like to, of course, when I start this fixture, remember Aston Villa is the team that made Elephant FC not to win the trophy the last time out. Aston Villa managed to beat Arsenal home and away last season. Of course, the season before, Arsenal beat Aston Villa home and away. Well, in regards to the results that they got the last time, each of them scored 2 goals in their last encounters. Arsenal beating Wolves 2-0 And Aston Villa beating a nice looking West Ham side too. What? Aston Villa being boasted by, maybe I think the debut goal by Onana was something beautiful to watch, and it would probably boost his confidence inside there. And then, of course, Arsenal, it's business as usual. It's been cooking sports from, I think, 2 seasons ago, and that was what happened the same time. Of course, Kai Havertz still a very instrumental player in that Arsenal team, and Bukayo Saka, beauty of a left foot, beauty of a strike. Last time out against Wolves, still someone a force to reckon with. Well, there might be some concerns for Unai Emery as his hitman. Maybe Oli Watkins didn't really get up to speed in the last game, but of course, John Duran, who was subject to a move to West Ham, actually came off the bench to score the winning goal. Yeah, against West Ham. And I think for that boy, for a boy like John Duran, who they probably thought he had snitched the club and he was going to do a move out of Aston Villa, it was a beautiful thing to watch. But well, I think this is going to be a very beautiful game because Arsenal wants to start maybe the title challenge right now. And Aston Villa, who are in the Champions League, want to also probably cement their position in one of those teams that beat the big hitters up there. Well, these teams all look evenly balanced on paper. Aston Villa hasn't recruited a lot, but I think maybe an Onana inside there will be something nice to watch in the middle, just to cement the positions, because Onana playing in the middle there gives Tielemans the chance to maybe spread the passes in and out. And maybe a John McGinn, who is a workhorse, is going to keep running around. Arsenal, on the other hand, they're fresh from doing a here we go for Mikel Merino from Sociedad. I think he also brings some Spanish flair into that Arsenal side. I'm not really sure if he's going to play that game against Aston Villa because the signing was pretty late, but he will be a sign. He will be a nice signing to see. And then, of course, Arsenal. I keep telling my Arsenal guys, season in, season out, I think Arsenal actually needs an actual number 9. Ivan Toney is actually on revolt at Brentford, and they've been lining him up for Arsenal. I think Arsenal signs an Ivan Toney with the service of maybe an Odegaard and a Bukayo Saka on the side, maybe with a Trossard and Martinelli on the other side. I think it will be bad news. I think that will be just the moment that Arsenal needs to maybe take this tie, maybe take the Premier League finally, because it's been bottle jobs left, right, center. My Elephant FC guys will forgive me, but I think that would be a signing that would help you guys maybe actually take the Premier League again. Because the last time they took the league, I was in primary and I was not really thinking a lot about sports and all that. But interestingly, this tie, I think both of these two teams will score in this tie. I'm not going to give you a result on here about this game, but it's really itchy for the guys that are looking into betting and all that. Aston Villa has an odd of about 4.6. Arsenal has a 1-pointer. So, of course, if you're trying to look for big shots and all that, you're probably going to get your money and put it on Aston Villa. But I think if I was going to get a bet on this one, I'd probably give an Aston Villa 1x. Yeah, it's either a win or a draw in it for you. So that's just what I think for the two games of the Premier League, for the two big games of the Premier League. And then I think in some of the other games that I would give you on the side, just in case you want to probably get money for fuel next week or maybe money for rent or something, when you get into the Italian Serie A, of course, I'd give you guys a straight AC Milan win. AC Milan plays on Sunday. I'd give you guys a Marseille win. That's an automatic win. I don't want to even overthink it. And then Man City is taking on Ipswich in one of the most sure wins that I'll give you guys, an Erling Haaland brace inside there. So those are 3 games for you. And then, of course, when you get into Spain, Real Madrid fluffed their lines the other day. I think the whole Mbappe, Vinicius, and Rodri thing looks like a sketchy thing to watch. Huh? But I think Real Madrid gets a win in this one. And then there'll be an interesting game again. Atletico Madrid take on Girona. Atletico Madrid has a nice bunch of players that they signed, but I don't really think they managed to tick the other time. Of course, a debut goal for Solo thin there. But I think Atletico Girona will be a game of both teams to score inside there for you. And then when you get into the German Bundesliga, Bayern is taking on Wolfsburg. All of us want to see what company has been cooking. Of course, he's made very many signings inside there. But I think Bayern takes a win for me. Dortmund taking on Frankfurt. I think this will be an over 2.5 for you guys, yeah? So aside from that, well, the transfer window is edging towards a close. And of course, transfers are coming in left, right, center. I think keep your eyes locked onto the Raheem Sterling situation at Chelsea because he's looking to make a move out of Chelsea. Ivan Toney, like I said, looks like someone that should make a move to a big team, right? I think his ambitions are now high in there and he has a very big ego inside him. Man United, Manuel Ugarte. I think Man United buys a center midfielder. Maybe that will be deputized by Casemiro as a CDM and play alongside a Kobe Mino. Will be something nice for you guys to watch. Aside from that, I thank you guys for staying tuned into the content, the channel. And then please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to share. Vamos, we go again.